Hey guys, today is Monday, January the 10th, 2011. Hope everybody's having a good start to the brand new year, and that not too many of you out there have broken resolutions. I resolved years ago never to make another resolution, so I'm good to go. What I did today, just with all last year, with all the media reports in the newspapers and wherever you get your information from, the Competition Bureau, everybody thought real estate was just doing so terribly bad. So what I did was just a quick market report on a few areas that I work in, just so that I can give you some hard numbers and statistics and some facts based on 2009 2010. Um, with sales, I didn't figure out average sale price, and I didn't break London down into the 15 different areas and North London, South London, then the submarkets and all that stuff. I just took because if you live in London or Strathroy or Ingersoll, wherever you live, Woodstock, Toronto, I don't care. Your market's not affected by the markets in Calgary or Vancouver, right? Real estate is local. So when you hear these reports and Chicken Little's running around telling you that the sky's falling, they're looking at nationwide numbers, 30 million people, and it's real estate's local. It doesn't matter. You know what? Even in that's a bigger town like London, North London, whatever's going on there has no or little effect on what's going on in South London. It's real estate can be that local. So for London, I did a couple of markets that I work in. Sales were down. So January '09, we had 4,264 sales, and in January to December of 2010, we had 4,160. It's a difference of 104 properties, which is right around 1%. But I didn't go and break that down and try to find out exactly where the numbers are declining. But just experience shows that those numbers probably declined in the markets that aren't the strongest anyways. The the stronger markets will still show really good signs. That it's just I didn't break it down, but I just from experience I know that. Strathroy in '09 we had 207 sales. In 2010 we had 220, so an increase of 13 properties, again right around 1%ish. So I went into Middlesex County, and this time I didn't break it all down, but for Middlesex County, which is a huge area, in '09 514 sales, and in 2010 529 sales, so an increase of 15 properties, again that 1%ish area, right? So and then I did a little further. I went and broke it down into Southwest Middlesex, which is Appin, Glencoe, Middlemiss, the rural areas, and Wardsville. And in 2009 we had 66. In 2010 we had 64. So again, two sales, not a big issue. So I broke that. I just went into Glencoe. I didn't go into the 5 different areas to see where we had one here and one here, two there, whatever. Glencoe we had 42 in '09 and 42 in 2010. So again, small town like that stayed stable. But I can remember years ago, a banner year for a little town like Glencoe would have been 18 to 20 consistently year after year, it seemed, eh? But with the markets that I work in, and I know in 2010 my business was up over 2009. Um, Real estate's local. I just so like even 2010 we went through. 2009 was supposed to be a record-setting year, and then 2010 we had like our mortgage rates and our money lending was still going out at or near historic lows, all-time lows. They may have tightened up their lending policies, which is great, because less than a quarter of 1% of all of our mortgages are actually in default. We're nowhere. What happened in the U.S.? We are nowhere close to being there. We're not that country. They're taking advice from us as far as lending policies and stuff like that go. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of a breakdown. If you, wherever you live, if you're in, say Greater Ontario, I can put some numbers together for you, whether you're in Richmond Hill or Windsor, and let you know what your market did, year after year for the last couple of years, and the number for sales and even average sales price. I can get into that as well. But for me to work specifically in those markets, no, I couldn't do it. If I don't know a market well enough, I wouldn't feel comfortable going in and selling a property, like listing one. Showing people around as a buyer agent, fine, I can do that anywhere in Ontario, because I can still come home, hit the computer, and find out what I need to know for sales prices and whether or not it's going to be a decent buy. But for selling, No, I like to stay, I work my areas, the London area, the Strathroy area, the smaller communities in and around southwest Middlesex. I may venture as far as Woodstock, Ingersoll. I've been to Petrolia, Wyoming kind of thing, um, because I stay up to date a little bit on those markets. Um, but if you're in a market that I'm not comfortable in, uh, but what I would do is refer you to a really good agent in your market that would take care of you. And for me to refer somebody, I really have to like the person and trust them and know that when they're sitting across the table from you, that they're basically an extension of me. You're what and I need to know the person that I'm introducing you to is going to treat you as well as or better than I would be able to do in your market, right? Um, so yeah, there you have it. Just a couple of numbers. Real estate in the markets that I'm working in, still, very, for over 4,000 homes sold in the London area, over 200 homes in the Strathroy area, Middlesex 529. Like so, and there's like 1,400 agents. So that's why I personally have a problem with other people getting into the business. I can't do it all myself. But I thought I'd end up with a quote today by a guy named Morris West, and he goes and he says, "If you spend your whole life waiting for the storm, you'll never enjoy the sunshine." I just thought that was really fitting with what I was talking about today. With last year the media was all over real estate and the Competition Bureau, and you're hearing the bad stuff. You really very ever seldom hear the good stuff, I guess. And the point there is, if all you're doing is waiting for the bad to happen, you're not going to you're not going to enjoy the good. So there you go. Hopefully everybody's off to a good start for 2011. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or you want me to do a little market study on the area that you live in, give me an email at alex@sweethomes, ALAGURCHIN.com, and I'll be glad to do that for you. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.